Good evening, everyone. I'm back again with another part of life after loss. And today I'll be talking about navigating through a loss. Navigating is a space where we have to take different roads, different directions to get where we got to go. This here is totally different, but sometimes in the same way, we have to take different directions to get where we have to go. I'm going to talk about me in my navigation, and I hope this helps someone else. Navigation for me, when God called my daughter home, wasn't easy. And I know it's not easy for those of y'all that have lost a child, a spouse, a job, your home, or whatever you have lost. For me, like I said, when God called my daughter home, I didn't know how to navigate. I didn't have anyone to turn to help me navigate this what I was going through. I could not pack my daughter's stuff up for almost 2 years. But I could go in her room, sit on her bed, and have a conversation with her. Now that may be how you have a conversation with a person that's deceased. For me, I was talking to her. She was not talking back to me because that was her bedroom, and we always had our conversations in her room. But I knew I had to switch gears. I knew I had to go in her room and start packing up her things, which is very difficult for me. I had people that called me and said, Donna, whenever you're ready to do Celeste's room, I'm here for you. I'm going to come help you. But no, I had to do it on my own. I had to navigate. I asked God how to do this because I could not do it on my own, but I thought I could. So I began to navigate to go in her room. I took one step at a time. I started cleaning out her drawers, folding stuff up, putting them in a box. And I felt like I was packing my daughter away. But I knew this was something that had to be done. She's no longer here. So, yes, I had to navigate. Yes, I cried as I was packing the boxes up, cleaning out her drawer. But then I had to say, I had to stop because I could not continue to do it. I felt guilty because I'm packing my daughter things up and putting them in the box and sealing the box up like I was throwing her away. But I knew I had to continue to navigate. I even waited another 2 years to go in her closet to get clothes out of there. She had them on a hanger. There was even clothes in her closet we had brought her the week before she passed away. Yes, I cried. It was difficult, but I knew I had to navigate through my feelings because I would have never gotten it done. So I did that. And we gave clothes away. We gave her sneakers away. It's like who are we giving part of her away to different people? And that's what she would have done anyway. She was just a giver. But in this aspect, did I really want to do that? Nope. But I heard her say, Mom, you got to get my stuff away. I clearly heard that. As a mother, you don't want to give your children stuff away. But what good is it going to do us if they are no longer here? So then I did that. Another year go by. I had to clean out her desk, all the school papers and stuff she aspired to do in life, and and it's devastating, but we have to navigate through this. If I could help anybody navigate through this, I would love to help you. Sometimes we don't know where to turn to, we don't know where to go. So, how do we navigate through this life? For me, God helps me because I have to lean and depend on Him for navigation every part of my life, especially for the loss of my daughter. When I finally got everything cleaned out of her room, her clothes, her paperwork, uh, her desk, her drawer, everything, I cried like a baby because I felt like I threw her away, which I know I didn't in my heart, but in my feelings, it felt like God left me because He knew that that was my daughter, but He also knew that I would get through it. Next week, I gotta navigate through that whole week because that's the week leading up to my daughter's death. She left us on the third Friday in June, but the actual date is June 21st. Hmm. I'm here trying to help y'all or anybody that watched this video and could take something from it from me. But as we speak, my heart's breaking because I know what next week gonna be for me. But I do have an ace in the hole, and his name is Jesus. Now, what I do, I may or may not block people in my phone from calling me, from texting me, or whatever. I don't know. But all I know is that starting Sunday, which is tomorrow, it's going to be very, very hard because tomorrow, that particular Sunday, which is tomorrow, will be the last Sunday that my daughter and I, as a family, worship together in church. Because that Monday, we took her to the airport and she flew to Alabama with my oldest son and his wife, his then wife. And the week leading up to her leaving us, physically, never coming back. I had to navigate through all of that, in which I didn't want to do that, but I had to. Because if I would have stayed in that place I was at that time, I probably wouldn't even be here today. But by the grace of God. So if I navigated it through all of that, through all these years, and even have to navigate starting tomorrow, you can do it as well. It's one step at a time. Nobody's telling you to run through the navigation. No, take your time. Because this navigation, it could take you, it can take you like through a maze. You get to a point and you're like, well, what's next? Do I need to go this way? Do I need to do this? Take your time. It's not easy. It's not. The third Friday would be 13 years for me, but the actual date is the 21st of June. But still be 13 years. I would always say my daughter should be here doing her life, what she wanted to, what God called her to do, but she's not. I had to navigate through my pain and forgive the person that caused the accident, but that caused the accident, even though she died in the accident. I talked to the family and I told them, I said, look, I'm not calling y'all to fuss at y'all, to curse at y'all, to do anything like that. You lost a loved one, I lost a loved one, and I just want to give you my condolences. How does have the strength to do that? God. Because Donna, nah, I said, I couldn't do that. But I wanted to let the family know that they have my condolences because, like I said, they lost a loved one as well. That was some serious navigating there. And I'm so thankful that I did because it took a lot off me back then. Because in my mind, I was gonna do some stuff, but what was it going to do? What was it? Was it going to bring my daughter back? No. Uh-uh. So you can navigate through life after a loss. Like I said in the beginning, I don't care if it was a job, your spouse, a child, what your home, whatever it is. At that moment in time, yes, it's devastating. Grief, sorrowful, whatever you want to call it. God always have your back. People may say, oh, I understand. No, you don't understand. And I wish people stop saying that. If you have never lost a child, specifically this YouTube channel, you can't tell nobody you understand. I know you mean well. I know you do. But please stop saying you understand when you have never walked in that person's shoes when it comes to a loss of a child. We so quick to say, I understand. But if you have never been a child and lost your mother as a child, you can't say you understand. I lost my mom as a grown woman. I was not a little child when my mother passed away. So stop saying you understand because you don't. You don't. You have to navigate. People come to you and say, "Oh, I understand." You have to switch gears. You got to go left. You got to go right. You got to before you open your mouth. Even now, I have people saying, "But Donna, it's been 13 years. You might wait a minute. Hold up. I have to catch myself because I say some words that I shouldn't be saying. So in my head, I'm navigating. So, okay, God, I can't do that. I'm navigating. I'm navigating. I'm navigating because I have to think about what I'm gonna say. Because in the past, when somebody said, "Wait, Donna, it's been 10 years," I'm like, mm. But now I have to navigate before I open my mouth. Even in my head, in my thoughts, I have to navigate because when somebody come to me and say that, I'm like, I'm navigating. And when I navigate, I just smile and say, mm, just shake my head. Then they want to say, "Well, I didn't mean it like that." Yes, you did. Because you said it how you said it. So if, like I said, you can navigate life through a loss, but it will take some time and some purpose behind it. Especially if you are in the early stages of a loss. That is the most important time of a loss of a child. It's not easy. It's not. Because even myself, I say, think about it. I say, you know what? Celeste should be playing in WNBA. Or Celeste should be doing this right now. But she's not. Navigation starts in your mind. Because you got to figure out, you say, well, I got to do this. I got to do, but which way do I do? What do I do first? I would say this. When you start navigating after a loss, write down what you need to do. If it's packing up clothes, if it's cleaning out a bedroom, if it's signing a divorce agreement, whatever it is, trust me, you can navigate through life after a loss. If I'm doing it, and it's been 13 years, you can do it as well. Life comes at us quickly. We don't know the day nor the hour that will be our last day on earth alive. So take this time and ask God to help you navigate through life after a loss. After a loss. It's not easy because we don't want to do it, but we have to do it. We have to. Even when we bought our new house, and my son and I, my youngest son and I, was the last one in our old house. Make sure everything was cleaned up and everything was out, which it was. When I shut that door for the last time, because I knew I wasn't going back there, I had to sit on my steps. And my son knew I was hurting. He put his arms around me. And I felt like I was closing the door on my daughter. Felt like I was leaving her behind because all her memories were in that house. She had no memories in our new house. And that actually me up. I'm like, God, how can I do this? My daughter memories are in the house. We going to a new house that she never been in. I cried. Because see, I'm a thinker and I observe everything. I couldn't think, I couldn't observe. Only thing I knew was that I was leaving my daughter behind. That was in my mind. All of her memories. Her memory of her saying, Mom, can we talk? And I was like, yes, in her bedroom. I don't want Dave know what. Mommy, I like this book. I was like, oh God. So I had to have that talk with her about boys and everything else. And it was a great talk. And this young man, I was keen to our games and everything. He talked. I think he was getting my husband because he always would talk to me. Um, so I had to navigate. Like, oh God, shit like them boys. Oh Lord, gee, what I'm gonna do? But life, navigating. You gotta navigate through your feelings. And you ask, how can I do that? Great question. Like right now, I was debating on whether I'm gonna do this tonight or not. Because how I'm feeling, how I'm trying to get ready for my feelings I'm gonna go through next week. Um, it's just some navigating. And something said, do this live tonight. You may help one person, even though I'm going through my navigation for this coming up week. I said, okay, I'll do it. And I'm so glad I did. So if you got anything out of this tonight, I'm happy. If you want to share the video, please do, because it may help someone else. But always remember this: God loves you, and so do I. And I don't even have to know you. That's it.